Here we are. It is Thursday, April 10th, and it is the night before my guild retreat. And have I packed yet? Of course not. It's about 7:30 because I was running some errands, one of which I'm going to give you a little sneak peek at the end of this video where you guys are here to help me pack. And then I stopped at Target to get some comfy sweatpants to wear for my retreat because why be sewing in hard pants all weekend? And then got to get some snacks. Needed some like beef jerky. Last time the problem was we ate a lot of sugary snacks and didn't have anything to like balance it out. So I got some like crackers and stuff. And if I get my life together, I will make some Chex Mix as well. But we'll cross that bridge in the morning probably, unless I'm up late because I am doing laundry right now. And we'll see. We can't check into the retreat until 4 p.m. So I'm picking up my friend at 2, but before that I have to take Trixie up to my parents' house so that she gets to go to kitty camp because my husband's away golfing for Masters weekend and it's a whole thing. So he'll be back before I even get back, but here we go. We're gonna have some fun. So I'm gonna show you a little sneaky peek of a lot of content that's gonna be coming your way. So buckle up. I've got some good projects planned and I think you're gonna like them. So first up, I've got a whole batch of 3-yard quilts that I cut out and so that I can just sew. And then I've got 2 other quilt projects that are not 3-yard quilts. They're kind of like what I'm imagining are gonna be my main projects that I'm gonna do before the 3-yard quilts. I don't know, we're gonna see what I'm in the mood for. And then I also have a Center Street Quilts bag project that I've been putting aside for months now. It was supposed to be my sister-in-law's birthday present, and then it was gonna be her Christmas present, and then it was gonna be a Galentine's present. And now here we are in April, and I don't know, an Easter present if I get it done, because Easter is coming up after my retreat. If that doesn't happen, I don't know. It'll just be like a, hey, here you go present, because who doesn't like those? So, in addition to that, I've also got that tote bag that I said I was gonna make for my niece for Christmas and then lost the pattern, and then I've kind of redesigned what I'm gonna do. So I also have to go through my fabric stash for both of those bag projects to find a little bit of something to finish it up. And I think that's it. I think that's everything. Oh, and I have some bowl cozies. I promised my best friend I would make her some bowl cozies, and she gave me some themes and I picked out some fabric, and those are kind of my little like brain break project. And so, oh, and my scrappy project. That's the other one. So many things. I feel like I may be overpacking, but I tend to do that anyways as like a real life person just going on vacation. So it makes sense that I overpacked, and so we'll see what gets done. I know something's gonna get done. There's gonna be a lot of cool stuff coming to this channel soon because I've got a bajillion quilts cut out and ready to go. So let me show you what I got and you can help me check off my list. I've got my notebook over here, sitting next to my sewing machine and all that good stuff. So I'm gonna wheel my drafting chair over, I think, and that's gonna help me support this. Actually, I'm kind of packed already. Let me just stop talking and we'll go from there. All right, so since this is the one that actually doesn't fit in the box in my tote bag thing, I'll show you what's in here first. So this is my non 3-yard quilt projects. So last year I did the Cluck Cluck Sew Kitty Cat project at my guild retreat and messed up on my kitty cat, so I didn't finish it, but here we are for this year's kitty. It's all kitty cat themed, that's kind of funny. So this was, if you remember QuiltCon, whenever it was last in Phoenix, I almost bought this project from Fabric Worm. I was so sad they weren't at QuiltCon this year. But I went back to get it and they had the bundle, but it didn't have all the fabric in it. So you may have seen this online on some of your groups. So this is the Cats on Cats pattern, and it is with the Art Gallery fabric. I believe it's Art Gallery in there. And so it's either Art Gallery or Birch. Anyways, I digress. So I didn't cut out any of this because it does have the look of being a little tricky if I cut it all out and then had to figure out where everything goes. So this is uncut. And then the other one I have is, I bought this jelly twist pattern. And I also had previously bought this kitty litter jelly roll. It was an impulse buy on Christmas, and so like literally last week, I went on Hawthorne Threads and bought the coordinating fabric that I need for the background. And then since I was on there, I also bought the binding and the wide back. And so here's what's going to be my background fabric. So it's the kitties on white. I think this is the neutral one, not the actual white. And then because I was like, I loved these so much, I'm going to be so efficient. This has kind of been my Notion box. So you knew I had these two binding spools from Stitch Supply Co. And I was just poking around their website going, I wonder if they have any more. And they do, obviously. I knew they had more. And they were on clearance, and they're not clearance. They were on sale, so obviously they're not getting rid of them. So of all the options, I picked 3 more colors. So I have those to help me with my bindings once I get those going for the 3-yard quilts, or even for these. I've got my Wonder Clips in here. And then I've got this little trusty ruler. This is one of my favorite sizes, especially if things are involving half square triangles. So that is this box, my kitty cat project box. I don't know if I'm going to take pins. I probably should. I've got Wonder Clips, so I'm gonna save my 3-yard quilt stuff for last because that's the biggest bag. This is the fabric for my niece's quilt, not quilt, this is for my niece's bag. And so this is the Kona Sheen, but I was gonna do that Halloween cat one. I think I am still gonna do the Halloween cat, but then later on and make it actually Halloweeny, because I bought this pink and then I bought this for the lining. I think what I'm gonna do is pick out one of the, from the Kittens quilt, the Elizabeth Hartman pattern. Obviously we know I'm a mega Elizabeth Hartman super fan. And so I think I'm gonna pick out one of those cats and make that a head on the tote bag. Maybe I'll even do that as a pocket. Okay, so this may take some planning and scheming while I'm there, because I think I have plenty of this. If I make this kitty cat a pocket, then I'm coming up with ideas as we speak. If I can make this as a pocket, then I can bring this home and then quilt it like I did my bento my bento box bag, and that could be really cute. Her birthday's at the end of the month and we're going up to visit her, so my wheels I think are planning and turning and scheming, and I think they're changing from what I originally thought I was gonna do, so this is gonna be some kind of tote bag one way or another. And then from there I gotta figure out where I put the book. This is my next Mrs. Quilty bundle. I think you saw a little peek at it with my last Mrs. Quilty video. And so I'm gonna do another one of the Fabric Cafe Fat Quarter quilts out of it. So I didn't cut that out because I felt like it would be a lot of little pieces all clipped together in fabric one. I mean, there's 12 fat quarters in here, so that I did not cut out. I ran out of bins. I have 9 of my bins out of 10. I'm missing a bin somewhere, so weird. Yeah. Okay. My next, okay, so one of my things I like to do with my 3-yard quilts is use up my bobbins thread from my long arms. So I've got not just my long arm bobbins here of their like chaotic rainbow colors, but I went through and pulled like every spool that was like not gonna be enough to like long arm with. So I've got a whole, I tried to keep it kind of neutral. There's nothing really like wild and aggressive out here, like no neon greens. And so, well, I see one of the bobbin, that's different. And so I'm gonna try and get through as many of these bobbins to empty them out, so then when I come home and have to long arm all these quilts, then I will have bobbins ready. And then to get these spools, I feel bad about just like throwing them away. So I've got my box of my Janome bobbins in here to wind them onto, and all this glide to use up. And so we'll see at the end how many empty spools I have. I think what I'll do is I'll make a little pile of lonely spools to see how many I made it through. What else do I got? Here's the, this is the Everest bag. So this is the bag that I'm making for my sister-in-law. And so, whoop, I As you can see, this pattern has seen better days. So this is the Everest bag. I've got everything in here that I need for it. I've got the zipper, I've got the SF-101, I've got the strapping is in here, the inside, the outside. My soft and stable is here on the chair. I've got to wad that in there. I should be able to take a can of 505 spray. I don't see why that would be an issue. I don't think it'll explode. Maybe I'll stick it in a bag to make sure it doesn't explode. Because I think I'm just gonna, since it is my first one, I want to just straight line quilt it. So I can kind of get a feel for it. I've made the Hemingway pouch, so it's that same designer. And yeah, I think it's gonna be a jolly good time. And then over here, I'm still haven't gotten to my 3-yard quilts. Don't worry if you haven't missed anything. I've got my Aurifil thread, just in case. And then my handy dandy, here we are, Procrastinaquilter, story of my life. That's why it's 8 p.m. and I'm now packing. And this has all my, there's my headphones. I knew I put them somewhere. It's got my headphones in here. And then it's got all my little like travel things. So I've got like Frixon pens in here, and I've got, I need to make sure, oh, okay, good. I do have needles. I've got my teal scissors in here, both the big ones and the small ones. My little Ninja Star thing that I love, another one of those rulers. I've got a chalk liner, I've got a seam ripper. I've got 2 seam rippers. I've got a stiletto, some other kind of marking tool, tape measure. So that's kind of my like go box. I'm glad to know that's where my headphones are, because I'm going to want those if I'm sewing on hours and hours and hours on end. Okay, let me look at my list so far and see if I'm just down to the 3-yard quilts. Oh, yes, and the other one that's in there. That's fine. I thought I was going to do the Big Books quilt from So Brainy Design. I love her stuff. But I didn't get that shopped for, so that's not going to happen. And so let me show you the 3-yard quilts now that I have my list. I'm not going to open them up because I still want them to be a surprise when you see those videos, but know that they're coming. Here's a look at Leslie Knope again. Okay, so I've got my machine and stuff over there. Let me put my travel box there too. Okay, this is one of those 31, I don't know if you've ever heard these, like that kind of like Tupperware, but it's a tote bag company. So I've got all of my boxes in here of these skinny ones. I was given a link to these on Amazon, and they are magical. They are great for individual projects, and especially 3-yard quilts, because you're not having a lunch of bulk in these. I did like stuff the Christmas quilts in these for Quilt Misses last year. It was a little chaotic. They didn't all necessarily fit, but it worked. So let me start from the beginning, and I will hold up the box and we will decipher which one it is. So Make It Home, newest 3-yard quilt book. We're gonna get weird reflection from my video. I'm doing Cotillion from this one. Let me grab my sticky notes so I can see. Okay. All right, I'm gonna stick it under here. So try not to earthquake it. Okay. After that, we've got, this is also gonna be the order that they'll probably show up in. Fabulous 5-yard quilts, finally doing one of those. This one I'm going to be doing Eclipse. We've got, what are you? Oh, oh, this is the new Christmas one. Make It Christmas with 3-yard quilts. I can see my book in the middle. But I'm going to be doing sleigh bells from this one. As you can see, a little peeky. We're not very festive, but that's okay. What do we got here? This is Double Focus. This is one of my favorites. And we're doing Treasured from this one. This one, we're hanging out with Matt Cox again, and we are doing Rhythm from her Curve Appeal book. And I went ahead and I put my glue stick in here. So I had those. I need to put like some scrap paper in here too, just so I have those to not get glue all over the table. Okay, so you go there. I know this is very ambitious that I'm going to get all these done over the weekend. We leave Friday. We get there, we can check in after 4, and then we come home Tuesday. So the day that you're seeing this video, I'll probably already be on my way home or waking up to go on my way home. But one block, I haven't done much from this one. So this one, I'm doing Evening Stroll. And then our next one, this is the one that if you followed my Instagram poll, you would have seen little peekies at this one. We're gonna do Make It Patriotic, and it's going to be Independence. And this is what we're looking at. So buckle up for this one because I'm nervous about it, but we all said, yeah, do it. Okay, and then our last 3-yard quilt that we have cut out in here from Easy Peasy is Easy Street. So that's all the 3-yard/5 yards that I have cut out and ready. And then this last one is gonna be, this is the box that has all my fabric for the ugly quilt, which is April's scrappy quilt that I spun the wheel for. So that's gonna get worked on. I'll probably do this one first since we have more of a timeline for this one needing to get done for video content. So that's probably what I'll do first is this guy. And then go from there. So the last thing I think I'm gonna pack, other than like, I need to find my best press and like all the little things that I think are already in my tudo from just travel in general. I need my rotating mat, I need my smaller ruler, and then I'm gonna show you. Obviously, if I'm going up to the mountains, Trixie can't come with me, and I think I already mentioned that she, maybe I did, she's gonna be going to my parents for kitty camp while we are gone. And so I figured you guys are gonna be so sad without seeing Trixie in the videos. How can I meet you halfway? Obviously I can't bring Trixie with me to Tahoe because that would be pure chaos and probably also not allowed, and there's bears. So let's not have Trixie do that, but I have an idea. So I've been planning to do these sleeping bags for my niece anyways. I'm not taking fabric for it, but this has been sitting around my house because I borrowed it from my mom. So you guys are gonna get little beanie baby Trixie peeking in some videos that she obviously can't be there for. So I may hide her in little places where you'll have to see if you can find her, but how cute is she? She may not be as spicy, but she'll be there for the fun. And so I may also throw in one more project that you may see at the end of this video, a little peek at that, because I did some shopping at Joann's again today. 3rd Joann's in 2 weeks. So take a look at that adventure, and then I will see you again soon for all this quilty fun that is getting packed up and ready to go. So we'll see you again soon. Well, I'm here in my car again, so that can only mean one thing. Well, maybe two. I'm procrastinating. I have to pack for my retreat still, but I am now at my 3rd Joann's in the course of 2 weeks. So now that I'm on this like Parks and Rec 3-yard quilt idea, I've got to finish my quest to see if I can find more of the fabric. So obviously I don't need Leslie Nope. I got 7, almost 8 yards of that. So I know there's 3 other prints. There's a Ron Swanson print. There's one that says like City of Pawnee on it, and then there's one other one. I wonder if it says like Pawnee Goddesses or something. There's the brown one is Ron Swanson, the blue one, and then there's a green one in addition to the Leslie Nope one. So fingers crossed I will find one more, if not all 3 more, because now I've got this idea in my head that I have to run with, and it's all thanks to you guys. So let's see if we can make it happen. Yet again, look at these hamsters. We're in the flannel row because that's kind of what the first one out of the gate is, but look at all these of the same ones. Oh, those rubber ducks are kind of fun. Okay, focus, Emily. We are on a mission, and that mission is not to wander, but we will wander. So here we've got more Leslie Nope, but look, all 3 of the other ones. Perfect. We are now at the 30% off mark of these, so maybe I'll find something to go with these. I don't know. We will see. Those are keepsake ones, are 30% off as well. So I think I'm gonna get 2 yards I mean, the 2 yards is the minimum. So I think I'm going to end up making a 3-yard quilt, but a twin size one, and splitting my 2 of my focal prints from these, so I'd have a half yard of each in there. I think that's my plan. We'll see. No batting here either. I mean, it makes sense that they would take it away or sell it fast first, because batting is batting and it's good stuff. This Joann's has a lot more like blocked off, like do not enter kind of things. So we'll see. I bought some stuff. Ooh, it's really close. Sorry. I'll show you when I get out of here. I think the fabric paint is picked over way more here at this one than it was at the other one I went to. More tie-dyed stuff. Not much tie-dyed stuff, but all the t-shirts are gone, probably because other stores can sell them. So boxer brief, wow, that's an interesting flex to see show up at Joann's. You can come here and get your underwear and then screen print it. Super fun, right? All right, so here is what's come up for our project. So I got whatever's left on the Ron Swanson one. I think there's like 2 yards. And then I got 3 yards of the other ones, because I mean, we can do stuff with borders, we can do some pillowcases, we can make multiple of these. I don't know what's gonna happen. I got lots of Parks and Rec fabric now. So here's Ron Swanson with his bacon and eggs. So and then I think there's about 2 yards of each of these. So I got a white, and I got this like gray one, because they're the same kind of print on there. And I kept going back and forth looking at colors. So, and I felt like there was so much going on with these 3, in addition to the pink Leslie Knope one. Like, I grabbed it off the shelf just to see what it would look like. And there was just so much going on. I felt like a black and a gray, or a black and a cream, were the best options. So that's what I went with for this delightfully soon to be chaotic 3 yard, more than 3 yard, because I'm going to do the larger size, because these are, I mean, whoever suggested in those comments, you know who you are. Now I just got to figure what 3 yard pattern I want to do. So stay tuned for that, and maybe another one, or if you have a suggestion for which one I should do with these now, tell me, because this is going to be an eventual project, because I've got all my retreat ones cut. So stay tuned. So everything has started to migrate out to the living room to get packed up and ready to go. And Trixie just left the packing pile, so I guess she's not coming with me. Actually, she is going with me, just not all the way with me. So I've got to take a couple more things out of my car. I'm also going to pack my clothes. That's the only thing I haven't packed yet. I packed all the good stuff. I went and got my nails done, but did I pack my clothes yet? Nope. That's details. So Trixie is about to head to her drop-off location. Here's a peek at my chaos behind us. So you can ignore that. That's a litter box. That's going away. But I've got my Chudo, some projects, my kitty quilt, more projects, my backup machine in here. So we are all almost there. I think the only thing I forgot was my water bottle. So I'm gonna see if my mom has a cup I can steal, because I know there's a refillable like water fountain in where we go, but I don't have any water. Don't have a receptacle to hold it in. Well, Trixie's here. I would have been uploaded tomorrow, or actually today, but now you're seeing me tomorrow because I'm now back from my retreat. Everything was magical. I got so much stuff done, and that's why my video didn't upload when I had anticipated it to. But as a little teaser of what's coming, I finished 4 bowl cozies, an Everest bag, and 5 quilt tops, 2 sets of blocks for 2 other quilt tops, and a little bit of another project. So we had a lot of good stuff coming, and that's not even counting the long arm portion of those. So it was a great retreat. We had fantastic weather, no snow on the ground, great weather. It was awesome. They did a really good job with the food this time at the retreat center. So we had Mediterranean food, we had Asian food, we had pizza, we had fajitas, so much good stuff. So I'm already looking forward to next year. I hope they do the same time frame. We also had a massage therapist come in, which was such a good idea. I didn't sign up for it at first initially, and then I was able to get a spot, and it was so good. So worth it. I feel magical. That was, I had that on Monday. So our last full day, we had 3 full days of sewing, a partial day on Friday, and then today, Tuesday, was cleanup, but we got so much stuff done. I got so much stuff done. I slept in, I skipped breakfast, but I sewed late into the evening hours, so thumbs up. I highly recommend. So I've got to now unload this car and get back to normal life. So I'll drop a few of the pictures that I've taken. I didn't take very many, so I'll leave you with a few little peeks at the Tahoe retreat, and we'll see you again soon.